Hi, Desai from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another book to read for you. Today's book is Mickey and the Troll from 1990. So let's get started. One day, Mickey was walking through a small village high in the mountain. Mickey smiled as he looked around. This village is perfect, he said with a sigh. Nothing could ever go wrong in a place like this. The town was so lovely that Mickey decided to stop a while and have some lunch. As he waited for his food, Mickey overheard the worried voices of an old man and an old woman at the next table. Excuse me for listening, Mickey said, leaning toward the two, but is there something the matter? And is there anything I can do to help you? He asked in a kind voice. My, what a nice young man you are, said the old woman. Yes, but I don't see how you can help us, added the old man, shaking his head sadly. Please let me try, said Mickey. What's wrong? The old woman began to explain. We have owned a a small sheep farm near the village for many years, but the last 10 years have been bad for us and bad for the sheep. Why is that? Asked Mickey. Everything looks so perfect and lovely here. The old woman and the old man looked at each other. Then they told an unhappy tale. 10 years ago, this was a busy village. There were lots of happy young men who lived and worked here. We hired many of the young men to to tend our sheep. But just a few weeks of tending sheep, each young man would disappear. The old man said sadly. You mean they just left? Mickey asked. No, sighed the old woman. But we did think that at first. I don't understand, said Mickey. The old woman continued. When the young men all disappeared, the village said it was because of the Cho, who lived at the edge of the forest near our farm. But what does the Cho have to do with the disappearing young men? Mickey wanted to know. We don't know, but that is the only reason anyone could think of to explain why the young men had disappeared. The old woman said sadly, now no one will work for us because of the Cho. We are too old to care for our sheep. So we are going to lose our farm, added the old man. Maybe I can help, said Mickey. I'll take care of your sheep until you can find someone else to tend them. I'm not afraid of a Cho. Oh, thank you, smiled the old man. That will help us save our farm. And so Mickey went with the old man and old woman to their farm. They showed him the green, grassy field where the sheep were grazing. Mickey looked around at the beautiful sight. Then he noticed the tree at the edge of the meadow. He had never seen trees like that before. Mickey wanted to ask about the trees, but it was getting dark and the old man and old woman looked very tired. It was time to go. That night, the old man made Mickey feel right at home. They gave him a large bed to sleep in, with nice soft pillows and a warm quilt. The next morning, Mickey woke up to the delicious smell of breakfast. As Mickey ate, the old woman packed a picnic lunch for him to take to the meadow. The old man dusted off his wooden staff to give to Mickey. He had made it himself and had used it long ago to tend his sheep. Mickey looked up the staff. Wait, Mickey took up the staff and lunch and went on his way. By noon, Mickey was hot and hungry. He decided to have lunch in the shade of the tall tree. As he ate, he looked at the fluffy white sheep. grazing on the peaceful hill. It was hard to believe that a mean, ugly Cho can live in such a lovely place. After lunch, Mickey was thirsty. I sure do wish I had a cup of cool water, he said out loud. As if by magic, a gray stone wall with clear, cold water appeared before Mickey's eyes. Where did that come from? Wanted. I didn't see a well here before. Mickey looked around, but there was no one in sight. I am thirsty, Mickey said to himself. Then he walked over, staff in hand, to get a cup of water from the well. Mickey leaned over to pull the pail, resting the wooden staff on the edge of the well. As he pulled on the rope, he knocked the wooden staff down. Looking into the deep well, Mickey knew he would never be able to climb down and get it back. Oh no, he cried. Mickey thought about how the old man had made the staff himself. Before he could decide what to do next, an ugly little Cho with bright red hair came running out from behind one of the trees. Mickey could see that the Cho was angry. Get away from my wall, shouted the Cho. I know what you are up to. You want to steal my treasure. Get out of here before I really lose my temper. Mickey couldn't believe it. The story about the Cho was true, but Mickey answered calmly, I don't want your treasure, but I would like to have my wooden staff back. It fell into your well by accident. Oh, so all you want is your little old staff. Is that it? Asked the Cho. That's right, Mickey replied. Well, we'll see about that, said the Cho, diving down into the well. Is this the staff you dropped in the well? The Cho asked, with a sly grin. He held up a bright bronze metal staff. The Cho was hoping that Mickey would tell a lie and answer yes. Without taking more than a second to answer, Mickey said it was not. The Cho stopped grinning, muttering to himself. He disappeared back down the well. In a few minutes, the Cho reappeared. This time he had a shiny silver staff. As he climbed up out of the well, he asked Mickey again, Is this the staff you dropped in the well? Mickey looked at the staff. He knew it was worth far more money than the plain wooden staff that the old man had given him. But once again, Mickey told the Cho that was not the right staff. Mickey's answer made the Cho very angry. With a growl, the Cho hopped back into the well. One more time, the Cho climbed out of the well. This time he was holding a beautiful golden staff. He pushed it into Mickey's hand and asked, Is this the staff you dropped in the well? But once again, Mickey said it was not, and he would not take the gold staff. Mickey's honest answer made the Cho so angry that he turned a deep purple and let out a terrible roar. The Cho dove back into the well, and in a puff of green smoke, both the well and the Cho disappeared. Mickey blinked his eyes, trying to see through the smoke. He looked over at the tree near the edge of the meadow for a moment. He thought the trees were moving. He said to himself. Maybe the Cho smoke in my eyes. Then he blinked again. Why? It almost looked like the trees are turning into people. And believe it or not, that's just what was happening. Those tall trees wasn't trees anymore. They were tall young men holding staffs and shaking leaves and branches from their hands or from their head and their arms. When the young men saw Mickey, they rushed over to thank him for breaking the Trove's spell. But how was the Trove able to turn you all into trees? Mickey asked. The young men hung their head. No one wanted to tell. At last, one of them said, in a low voice, "We were not honest like you was. We dropped our wooden staff in the well too, as you did. We pretended the Trove staff was ours. Once we did that, he turned us into trees." Another spoke up. "I see," said Mickey. "I am glad I told the truth." The young men thanked Mickey and headed for their homes. They were eager to get back to their families and to the village where they had been so happy before the show had made them disappear. As Mickey watched them go, he saw the four staff laying on the grass. Mickey picked them up. Then he went to gather in the sheep to take them home. The old man and old woman were very happy to see Mickey return safely from the meadow. Mickey explained how the show was gone for good, and the young men were now safely back with their families. The couple could not thank Mickey enough. Then he handed them the four staff. With the money they could get for them, they needed where they need never worry about losing their sheep farm again. "Is there any way we can repay you for everything you have done?" The old woman asked. "I'm just happy I could help," Mickey replied. From that day on, all the people of the village lived happy and honestly ever after, and the Troll was never seen or heard from again. So that was Mickey and the Troll from 1990. So if you like, subscribe, share, and comment. Have a groovy day, but another video coming out real soon.